think it's hilarious how whenever she stabs him, he just passes out for a little bit. He's got to recharge.
It's probably because he's realizing he has superpowers. He's like, holy shit, I can't die.
She fucking stabs him in the head. He lays down. He's like, wow, that didn't hurt. Am I alive? Is she still here? Sweet. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Crown Cinema Podcast. And in light of Halloween, we are going to watch Halloween. Have you seen this movie?
No.
I've seen the old ones, but I've never seen like the OG.
I've seen like scenes of the newer ones, but no, I've never seen the OG one.
I saw the one, I think it's maybe Halloween Returns or something like that. Halloween Ends, maybe.
I'm sure my parents have like tried to show me these movies, but you know what? As a kid, I was just way too scared of the horror movies, as we've discussed in past episodes. So I probably was just like, you know what? Honestly, get that shit out of my face. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, not a big scary movie fan.
No.
Because they're always trash, dude. The scary movies are always trash.
Well,
most of the time.
Yeah, like
not all the time.
I get that like they can be scary to some and like kind of just fun to others. And I think that's where I'm starting to get at now. But as a kid, like seeing, because the premise of Halloween is about Michael Myers murdering his sister when he's like 16 years old. Then 15 years later, he comes back and he just starts killing more people.
He did it once and I was like, damn, that felt good.
Yeah, wow, this is what I'm about.
Yeah.
This is all I want to do for the rest of my life is just murder as many people as possible.
Just walk steady paced and just slash your ass.
And so I think as a kid, probably hearing something like that, I would have been like, oh my God, that's awful. What a terrible thing. But then, I don't know, I'm sure my parents probably would have said something like, don't worry, it's just a movie. Fuck that. There are totally people in this world that after they kill a man, they're like, whoa, I want to keep doing that too.
It's always the scariest stories when you hear like somebody that knew somebody that killed a guy and they said that it felt good. I think it was Theo Vaughn on a podcast, and he was talking about his friend, or like he knew somebody from his town that murdered somebody, and he said it was the most relaxing thing he's ever done.
Holy shit.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
There's people out there, like Halloween, sure, it's not real, and I get that because I think Michael Myers is like freakishly strong, you know, to like...
Is he?
Yeah. Like,
is he superhuman, or he's just like...
It's like a Hollywood level of strength, you know? Like, he's not a super villain, but he's pretty damn strong. And, like, I don't know, people, like, can't beat him up or anything. But, so I get that that's, like, unrealistic. But aside from that, the mentality of him, like, being a murderous person, that's real. You can't just Hollywood your way out of that. Like, there are totally people out there that have murdered a man, or they've just murdered something, and they were like, holy shit, like, I was so confused about what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, but now I know.
I'm going to go stab people with the chef's knife.
Yeah. Like,
that's what he does, right? His weapon of choice is a chef knife?
Yeah. Yes.
So this movie was made by John Carpenter.
You know what? I just want to go ahead and say, now I am scared. Now I am scared to watch this movie. I'm going to do it, but I'm nervous.
The good thing about it is that John Carpenter made it, and he started the whole like slasher film movement of like... Because before John Carpenter, it was just monster movies. It was like supernatural, demons, monsters, Frankenstein, that kind of stuff. But then John Carpenter pulled up and he was like, what if it was actually a human that killed somebody?
Yeah.
And so he started these slasher films.
Which also, Frankenstein did scare me as a child.
Really?
I was scared of Frankenstein.
Your parents just fucked you up, dude. They were just showing you like the worst movies as a kid, giving you just trauma from the screen.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know, because like it was mainly just 50s and 60s movies. Like I said, Alfred Hitchcock is pretty much what I grew up on, and like, yeah, I guess they did scare me. But maybe my parents were thinking like, oh, this is like so long ago that, you know, it's just not as scary today
That's
as it was.
That's definitely true, though. Older movies definitely aren't as... Like, I doubt this movie's creepy.
Not to a 6-year-old. I don't know anything about movie cinema history. Like,
got a point.
All I know is, like, that's just a movie that I was seeing, like, developing my mind. Like, I didn't have anything to compare it to. So imagine if they did show me Halloween when I was like 9 years
You
old.
barely even know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd see some dude like scaring the shit out of people and killing them. I would have been scarred for life. Good job, parents.
So John Carpenter made this thing. The cool thing about this movie that'll be interesting for us to watch is that it's an indie movie. So it was made very, very cheaply. It wasn't like what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, or Jamie Lee Curtis.
She's a big actress.
Yeah, but back then she wasn't,
Right.
I don't think. So because it's labeled as an indie film / horror movie. So let's see. It was only made with like $300,000.
Nice.
So made pretty cheaply.
God, they
But-
are rich.
I just looked it up and it made $70 million box office with $300K. What a fucking ROI. All right, let's see.
Yeah, they got paid.
Let's see what's $300K, 300,000 in 1978. 300,000 in 1978. All right, let's see. With inflation calculator, it was it's $1.4 million. So that's pretty cheap for a movie today. Like a $1.4 million
Absolutely.
movie is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
That's so crazy how much inflation happened, like how much it increases.
It's kind of scary.
That's why like people talk about like I put a little bit of money in like an IRA, like I was telling you, but they say if you put $100 a month or whatever, it becomes $5 million when you're 65. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna have $5 million when they're 65. That's gonna be like
At this rate, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would bet it just only just holds its value over time, where it's just like whatever you put in it is just you're gonna get that exact same buying power back. So it like really doesn't do anything for you, but
Yeah.
let's do it for taxes. Anyway, all right. Halloween. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm excited to watch it.
It's a classic.
It is a classic. I wonder how shitty it's gonna feel.
No. I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I bet it's a good movie. I mean, it stood its ground through the test of time, and they've made plenty of other movies. I mean, hell, they just made one this year or last year.
Yeah, but also like
Sure, I get that they're squeezing it out for more money. I
But-
get it that they're
yeah.
money grabbers.
but like back then,
But people still go see it.
I think it's just the nostalgia.
Probably.
It's probably not that. But also, horror movies can just get away with not being that good. That's why I never watch them, because I always assume that it's going to be shitty. I'm like, I don't want to waste my time watching this
Yeah.
dog shit movie. Let me watch John Rambo kill some people. Let me go watch Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, but then people probably have that same stigma of action movies because of like the Fast and Furious franchise, or honestly Rambo himself. Those movies just kept going and kept going and kept going. You know, the more times that Rambo survives, the more unrealistic he becomes.
I mean, they got to top it after, they got to keep topping it. You can't just like go back and he just does less action.
You could just stop making the movies.
That's always a good option. That's
No,
why I'm not a
when
big-
you're, not when you're trying to make money.
Not when you're trying to make money. If you get a big box office success, like fucking 30K to 70 million, you're going to keep making those movies.
We are seeing it today. The Fast and Furious movies are still coming out. And I don't know if they're over. Did this last Fast and Furious movie that came out, did they say this was the last one?
Even if they said it was, for a fact in 5
I
years
don't
from now,
know.
they're going to bring it back.
I don't know, because I've never once heard like this is the final Fast and Furious movie. So the fact that we haven't heard that yet, I don't think that's the last one.
Probably not. I mean, they make a shit ton of money on them.
As long as Vin Diesel
Stays jacked.
is bald and jacked. And now they just made Jason Statham like a huge part of the movie
They
franchise
just bring
too.
in. You just got to be jacked. They brought in The Rock. I mean, The Rock's
John
fucking jacked.
Cena is
John
Vin
Cena.
Diesel's brother.
That Chinese sellout, John Cena.
Like 15 years. And then all of a sudden it's like, and Vin Diesel had a brother.
And his name was John Cena. All right. You want to go watch or not the Halloween. You want to go watch Halloween?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's go. And we're not back. We did not just watch Halloween because my internet's down.
We tried everything we could.
I never really expected that to be an issue, but that's definitely something we're going to have probably a lot. Not a lot, but at least, again, having the internet down on an episode.
Yeah. That's all right. We're rolling with the punches. We'll be just fine.
Today is a Thursday.
The Thursday before Halloween weekend. Or today's Wednesday. And Halloween weekend is this weekend.
So Saturday's a drinking day.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're going to film this on Sunday because that's the only other time me and him are available. So we might be a little hungover, which would be kind of funny.
Yep. What are you going to be for Halloween? Or should we just leave that as a surprise?
I'll tell you. I'm going to be the Sundance Kid, and Mercedes is going to be Butch Cassidy.
Inspired by Crown Cinema.
Booyah. What are you going to be?
I am going to be Ricky Bobby.
Hell yeah.
The race car driver from Talladega Nights. And
you got your Wonder Bread race suit?
I'm probably going to have to improvise it. I mean, I'll go get like a race car driver suit.
Amazon, bro. Amazon.
You think I could still get it?
Yeah, time. It's only Wednesday. Amazon's 2 day. You get it on Friday.
Yeah, I'll do that. But mainly, I'll just be doing like my best Ricky Bobby impression like the whole night. And it'll get better and better as the drinks are starting to come out.
You got to watch Talladega Nights prior.
I got to watch Talladega Nights. Well, shit, I'll probably just do that now.
There you go.
I got so much free time. It'll be good. This will be a good episode.
All right.
And
so, Gray, why don't you go ahead and snap us into the future?
We'll see you there, kiddos.
And now we're back.
Yep. Like no time passed at all.
Nope. And I'm definitely hungover.
Yes. Yes. Brutally, actually. Gonna be brutally honest with the audience here and you. I am in shambles right now. But it was a good weekend.
So
a great weekend.
What'd you do last night to party? What was your night looking like? Before we get into it, let's just say this is the time where we just watched Halloween. Before we get into that, though, what was your night like last night?
Well, I was supposed to hit the city, but instead I hit the town. And
old D-town.
Old D-town. And, well, it's alumni weekend.
Was there a bunch of old heads out there in the bar just getting after it?
Yeah, I saw some familiar faces, but
I see, like the younger alumni.
Yeah, I went to the house.
Sig? Nice. Just throwing it back, huh?
The old stomping grounds. Hey, you know what?
You meet any 19-year-olds?
It was good. Too many. Too many. That's why it was alumni weekend. They were like, why don't you come here more often? I was like, because of this.
Yes.
Because this is fucking weird.
Yes. Dude, going back and just trying to dance and just... Because first of all, it's not much to relate to.
I have nothing in common with anybody.
You just like
it's official. Like there's just nothing for me to talk about.
Because Mercedes wanted to go back yesterday for the tailgate because it got canceled because it rained, right?
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be like a drinking day all day yesterday, but luckily it wasn't. Thank God it wasn't. However, she wanted to still go to the house, but I'm like, if we go back to the house, I'm thinking about what is Sig like on a rainy day when something gets canceled and they just decide to throw a darty at the house. And I'm thinking it's going to be rainy. Everybody's going to be inside. There's going to be just music blasting. Everybody, when we get there, is going to be just obliterated.
Disgusting drunk.
Because they they were doing a bender from the Friday night party they had. So leading into Saturday morning, they wake up fucking still drunk.
If they even went to bed.
I'm like, it's just going to be a shit show. And me and you are going to stand there for an hour trying to make conversation.
No, I could have indulged. I wouldn't have had a problem fitting in, I guess. But actually, I worked all day yesterday. So regardless if there was a tailgate or not, I wasn't going to be there.
R.I.P. to that one, to that job.
R.I.P. to that. Yeah, we're done. I finally got my weekends back, thank God.
But, all right, so you didn't go to the town. You went out to Fry Street, went to Sig, got smashed,
yes.
I'm sure. Did you sleep at Sig on the couch upstairs with a blanket?
No, I made it back home.
You didn't go old school? You didn't want to crash on the library couch
I'm
and
not.
just hang out
I didn't.
on some dirty ass blanket that you found on the floor? I've seen you do that one too many times.
God.
I would love waking up on a Sunday morning, going out to get some water downstairs, and I see your ass passed out on a couch. I'm like, what the hell? You're like, Kade, could you give me a water? I'm like, great, was that you?
Yeah, just not capable of moving or honestly like forming sentences, thoughts, original ideas, nothing. I'm simply just surviving at that point.
Just hanging on for dear life.
Nah. Well, the thing is, dude, working all day yesterday too. Like, bro, I was so hungover yesterday too. It's been a weekend, to say the least. Well, because Friday night I went to the Rangers game, Game 1 of the World Series, and we hit a walk-off home run.
That was a good ass game.
Yeah, imagine being there. I mean, dog, like
yeah. Mercedes was like, fuck Gray. He's having the best time of his fucking life right now.
Oh, I mean, that was like one of the best days ever. Like, because I got the new job, and then the Rangers game.
Yeah, dude.
So I was just like, you know what?
Cutting loose.
Flying high. And, well, dude, the thing is, at these, the Rangers, like, have incorporated this new beer. It's like a 24 fluid ounce, like, just tall boy tank of a beer. It's wide, too. Well, I forgot the name of it, but I had 4 of those.
How are you able to drink 4 of those with your stomach non-burping situation?
Dude, you just have to. You just.
Was it good? Is it like they had like a specific beer?
Honestly, it tasted like Modelo.
Okay.
It's a specific beer. Yeah, I just can't remember the name of it, but I'd love to shout them out because they worked.
It was just Bud Light, but they just switched the name out.
No, it was some. It had to have been some kind of like Mexican beer. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it tasted like Modelo to me, but had 4 of those, 2 Michelob Ultras. I pissed a lake after that game.
I bet.
But yeah, hell of a game, hell of a weekend. I didn't even dress up last night. I looked like a fucking freak compared to the rest of everybody I saw.
Yeah, you just stuck out like a sore thumb. They're like, who the hell is that guy?
Dude, I felt bad. I'm like, I'm the lamest person ever. Like,
no costume.
yeah, this is the
oldest
wackest
guy there.
Yeah, this is so whack of me.
Standing around, looking around.
Oh, I was dancing.
Okay, there you go.
Don't you worry about that. Oh, I'm on the table, just doing the damn thing.
Oh, you were getting after it, huh?
Yeah, you know, I had people that, like, you know, they didn't say anything to me at first, and then they saw, like, you know, me having a good time, I guess, and they, like, came up there like, hey, we're sorry, like, you know, like, reintroducing themselves. I'm like, God, this is bad.
Because they were asking you questions about life.
Yeah, I guess I, like, earned their respect.
Oh my God, is that oh my God, great.
Holy shit, you're Gray Pittman. Wow, we've heard so much about you. It's an honor, sir.
It's awesome seeing you in action again, sir.
Yeah, that was it. I'll see him same time next year.
And then it's 4 a.m. and the party's over and everybody's hammered in a room and you're like, listen, bro. You're giving him life advice, telling him, look, man, have fun while you can right now.
I hate that you're kind of right now because there was definitely. I think I had like 2 of those conversations, just blurry, piss drunk,
fucking just
like just it's like, hey, it's all gonna work out in the end, I promise.
And the kid's like just so confused. He doesn't even give a fuck. He's like, I'm just sad I'm not with a girl right now.
Yeah.
Why am I here?
It's like, God, please wrap this up. I've had this girl waiting on me for 30 minutes. No, I'm really, I don't think I'm like,
no.
I don't think I'm that bad. I try to stick to my kind. Like, I stick
Yeah.
with the rest of the old dinosaurs.
Yep.
And,
yeah. You hang out with the young guys for a second and you're like, yeah, I got to get out of here.
You say what's up. Here's some funny stories. Trade some good stories. Like, you know.
Tell them how much easier they have it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God, you guys are such pussies.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have even gotten a bid back in my day. Like, God.
You said that?
No, but I'm just like, I've heard people say that kind of stuff. Like,
A lot.
yeah. I remember the older guys saying it to us.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, God, just shut the fuck up.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, old man. And now, here we are.
Look at you now. Coming full circle.
Hey, it's alumni weekend.
Next
okay?
thing you know, you're gonna be fucking 45, getting hammered at a tailgate.
There was a 45-year-old.
Oh, dude, some of those older guys, they fucking hang out like they're 20 and they're like ripping and rocking.
And this guy was just solo. He didn't like show up with any of his boys or anything. He had a solo hotel room and everything.
Oh no.
And the tailgate got canceled, but he still showed up. Was still on a mission. I guess he was like
he was getting out of the house. He did not want to hang out with his wife this weekend.
Yeah, well, actually, so a lot of them went to Fry Street during the day, and apparently they were just. It was a bad day to be a pitcher because they were just slamming them apparently, but yeah, apparently, some like 45, 50-year-old dude, which I think is sick.
What's cool about having those guys around is that they'll fucking pay for all your drinks.
That, and that he is there to just party his ass off. Like, he's been looking forward to this since last year.
And because he's there to party, he's going to prove to the young guys that I'm here to party. Yeah. Hey, I'm still fucking cool.
Yeah, let me show you what I used to do back in my day.
Hey, let's shotgun a beer.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the fucking fourth shotgun.
Well, think about it. Last year, I remember one of our buddies, Shy Guy, we ended up like teaming up with some other tailgate, and they were like making our Shy like beer bong, whiskey, and beer, like everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, this dude's like an OG. Like you can't say no.
No. You can't say no when it was an older guy, you said it was?
Yeah, probably like 50.
Yeah, you can't say no whenever you're the young guy that's supposed to be the guy that's the party guy. Yeah. You're like, this guy's not going to out-party me. I'm fucking 21 years old.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you black out on the tailgate grass on the ground.
And you forget that they've just been building this tolerance for 50 years. So
yeah, they didn't literally never stopped.
I could totally drink you under the table.
Is that one of those Pink Whitneys?
Yeah. This is so we just watched Halloween.
I like how you didn't just shoot that. You took a sip.
I did. So we just watched Halloween. And,
okay, let's get into the movie.
We got to get into the movie eventually, right? I know we're just dying to talk about it.
Yeah, I would just like to say, first of all, my first statement of Halloween is that it's just trash. It's just not good. It's just so, like, nothing happens for the first hour, probably.
Well, and you know what the problem is with this and us? It's 2023. This movie was made in 1978. So when he finally does, like, catch a body, it's just not good. Like, it's so cheesy compared to like how we see people get killed on TV now.
Yeah, this one does not live up to doesn't stand the test of time. It's definitely, you can't enjoy it.
It's just corny.
You're not going to enjoy it.
It's a very cheesy movie, but again, 1978, like, I'm sure this was the fucking movie to go to when you were like taking a girl out. Like, this was the movie.
But yeah.
Because there's so much sex. Shout out to Michael Myers. If you're not like a total dick to him, at least he will let you have sex before he kills you.
Yeah.
Because notice, the only one that didn't get laid was the one that called him a jerk while he was driving. He didn't let her get,
it's true.
Get her nut in respectfully.
Respectfully, get her nut. Respectfully, she didn't get plowed. Respectfully,
yeah. But the other couple, like, first scene, he let the guy go up there. That was his sister, by the way, that he killed. He let his sister get laid. He let that guy go up there, have sex with his sister, leave, and then he killed his sister.
Yeah, he's dark twisted, so he probably likes the idea of his sister getting railed by a dude. Usually, you're the younger brother. You're like, get that fucking guy out of my house. Who the hell does he think he's doing? My sister.
Yeah.
He's like, yes.
God. Hold on. Okay.
Hammer back, baby. I should have got one of those too, dude. My head's pounding. Ooh. Choke that one down. Oof. That did not look fun.
But I feel toasty now.
There you go.
I feel toasty. But, yeah, I'm sure, because I don't know what exactly was scary back then, but I'll tell you what, all the Alfred Hitchcock movies I've seen, way scarier than that.
Yeah, because they're well made. They're actually good.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, dude, nothing happens.
Dude, the only reason that these people suck, like, the reason all these people die, it seems like, this is what I told you. I was getting so pissed off. They just couldn't open doors.
Yeah, these kind of movies are so frustrating when you don't, like, the characters do not make smart decisions.
And that's
it's like every time they make the worst decision possible, and it's like, that's so frustrating to watch.
The
like,
problem is, and I feel bad for the actors because I can't imagine, like, looking at the script and seeing for the 5th time, like, struggling to open the door.
Yeah.
Like, and how do you act that out? Like, like, all you have to do is twist the doorknob and open the door. But, like, as an actor, you have to act like you don't know how to do that.
Right.
And guess what? It looks terrible on screen.
Because most of the time, just from the times when I've shot scenes where in my head the action took longer, right? So now I'm like, fuck, to pace it right, you need to take longer to open this door. So that's hard to make it, like, you have to prolong the shit because the time it takes for him to walk over there, this
and
camera to move.
He's walking. He takes his time.
Oh, he takes his time.
Michael Myers doesn't run, not even a jog. I mean, he is just walking the entire time.
If you think about it, every character just takes their time.
Dude, yes.
Literally every character takes their time.
Yeah.
Mike Myers' doctor, he fucking worst call of the century, telling people, let's just hold off and wait. He's gonna show up to this house probably. Let's not go looking for him.
Yeah, he was like, let's not
work.
He told the sheriff, I guess, of the town, he was like, let's actually not tell all of the police officers that there's an insane person,
pure evil. After he
evil.
just
he
gave
just
a
told
speech.
him, like, yeah, his eyes are just straight black, like there's pure evil behind those eyes, but we don't want to scare anybody, like, those bodies are on you, Doc.
So that dude took his time. He was just gonna wait around as Mike Myers is on the loose.
Yeah.
And he knows that he's been dreaming about this day because for some reason, I guess the doctor found out that he was dreaming about this day in his cell, just sitting there staring at the wall, thinking about going back out there and getting to kill somebody on Halloween again.
So, yeah, I mean, just, but you know what? It couldn't have been that bad because there's 12 other movies after this.
This one made money. That's what it takes. You
there
realize
are 13 Halloween movies.
When there's a movie franchise that has made more than 10 movies, even more than like 4 movies, you know that first one made a fuck ton of money. And the second one probably also made a pretty solid amount of money.
It's just so crazy that once upon a time, that movie, like, that was a terrifying movie to, like, everybody probably.
Yeah. I heard it was, I think I talked about this before, but Vice on YouTube, they release these insider, like, look into film history episode. I just explained that horribly. Videos talking about movies history, and one of them.
Hold on, would like to remind the audience, we are very hungover right now. This is not our best performance. We knew that going into it, but you know what? This movie didn't really give us a lot to work with, anyways.
No.
But you were saying
they did one with John Carpenter, and they were talking about him starting slasher movies, and because John Carpenter scored this movie himself, he directed it and scored it. I
saw that, like, before the movie, they were like, doing all that,
the credits and stuff.
Yeah, and like he was just everywhere. So
yeah, so when he first had the movie, somebody else scored it. He didn't really like the person that scored it, but he did it. He let him do it anyway because the production company or whoever hired him to do it. And so when they showed it to audiences, nobody was scared. They're like, "This movie sucks. This isn't scary at all." And so he came in, scored it himself, used that iconic Halloween music in the movie, and everybody was freaked out.
Got to give him credit for the music.
So yeah, so that one selection of that music changed the entire movie because there's a few times when the music does make you jump.
I jumped a total of 2 times. I don't think I jumped a third time, but I jumped twice because I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I think I jumped twice.
I didn't expect that. That was good. So, he got me a couple times.
Yeah. The pacing...
I think
the pacing is slow.
I think it took an hour. Obviously, the very first scene, he kills his sister. And then after that, I think it takes like a whole hour and some change before he finally starts killing. It's just them walking around the town and him just kind of following.
Yeah.
That's all we watch.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get an explanation as to how he really escaped.
He was the guy that jumped in the car at the beginning.
No, I get that, but like, how did they get out? Like, remember,
yeah.
all the people were like wandering in the field whenever they pulled up to the hospital. We never get an explanation as to how that just happened. Like, nobody. How?
Yeah.
Like, you have, that's such a is a hole in the plot. Is a plot hole? Plot hole, right?
They left a lot on the table with this movie. There's a lot of stuff
that's just such a big plot hole. Like, you have to explain that to me. Like,
I think you have to explain at least a little bit. I guess they kind of did. They said he was just pure evil, but like, it would have been cool and more scary if the characters and the doctor was like explaining his thought process and how he just loves to kill people. Like, that's just what he looks forward to, and that's where he finds joy in life, is by taking other people's lives. Hearing all that dark, twisted mentality that the doctor found out about him. Why don't we hear a little bit about that to get some motivation? Be like, ooh, fuck this guy. This guy is fucking.
Yeah, the telling
dark.
of how evil he is, because all we know is that for 15 years he didn't talk. The doctor admitted that he didn't say a word.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, if he didn't do that, then how do you exactly know how evil he is? Like, granted, 15 years of not talking, kind of scary, but that doesn't mean you're just some psychopathic killer. I mean, well, he was, granted, but like, you don't know what he's thinking unless you explain, like, yeah, like he was drawing shit, he was writing stuff down, like he just said he didn't talk for 15 years and he's pure evil. So
black, dark eyes.
Yeah, that's judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, I think he only knew that by just looking at him.
Yeah, I was like, dog, like, and you know what? Maybe they do it in the second movie, or the third, or the fourth, fifth, sixth,
I'm
seventh,
sure they
eighth,
do.
ninth. I'm sure at some point somebody was like, hey, we need to actually like explain how bad this guy is. Also, another thing that I'm not like the biggest fan of is you see his face.
Yeah.
What's up with that? I
was surprised to see his face too.
I didn't think you ever were supposed to see his face. But maybe that's because they didn't plan on making a second, third, fourth to the 13th movie. So maybe they thought it was just going to be a one and done. So like, yeah, you can like kind of show the killer's face a little bit.
Or maybe the actor was butthurt and he wanted a shot with his face in there.
Potentially. But if you're also going to do it, don't have him just straight up looking like a normal person. Like, I want to see scars on the face.
His eye was a little fucked up.
Was it?
Yeah. His eye looked weird.
Okay. Yeah, but like,
it wasn't absurdly fucked up though. I
think it would have been like a cool thing to do, like if he just didn't talk for 15 years, but he was like scarring his face up. That's scary. That would make me think, yeah, he is pure evil.
Yeah. Also, why the mask? If he doesn't give a fuck and he's pure evil, why does he care to wear a mask? To hide his face. Why does he care about him? Is he insecure?
I think he's a little insecure.
But he's a evil killer that has no feelings. Like, how is he insecure?
I guess I mean maybe that's why he's a killer, because he's like, God, I'm just so ugly.
I hate my lazy eye.
Yeah, like I love that. You're just like, no, his eye was kind of fucked up. Like, yeah. That could just be what the actor looks like.
Yeah. Damn.
But you know what? Got to give him props though. He does have like kind of a sense of humor.
Why?
Well, okay, so so he's killed his sister and then he killed the other girl in her car.
Yeah.
And then he kills the guy and like sticks him up on the door or whatever.
Yeah.
Very strong knife.
Very
strongest
strong
knife in cinema history.
Yeah, biggest chef knife I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, then he like puts on like a white tablecloth or whatever, and like puts some sunglasses on, and kind of like spooks her out and like makes her think that it's a joke. Then he kills her, and then when Jamie Lee Curtis comes into the house, he's like got the like he puts the headstone, the gravestone, like above the body.
Yeah.
So he's creative. He's got a good vision.
Yeah, he did have a vision.
It's such a shame that he's a psychopathic killer, because I mean, this dude's very creative. He probably would. He could have done well in film.
Yeah, hey, good set designer. He's an artist, sculptor.
Well, I guess he did do pretty good in film.
Made a lot of money.
Yeah, but so shout out. He's got a little sense of humor. But then I'd rather have my psychopathic villain not saying anything rather than like being Freddy Krueger, who like just doesn't shut the fuck up.
I never seen a Freddy Krueger movie.
I've seen scenes. I've never like watched a Freddy Krueger movie, but I know that he like talks shit, and it's like kind of funny. Like he's like talking mad shit, like, and the other characters like they'll talk it back to him.
Really?
Yes, and it like turns into like comebacks pretty much.
What?
And Freddy Krueger's like roasting them.
And they roast him back?
Yeah, they'll roast him.
Shut up, bitch.
No, I think like people were like, yeah, damn, like, I mean, look at that ugly ass face. Like,
Oh my god. Dang.
we'll have to watch some scenes. I don't know if I'm prepared for like a classic Halloween movie for a while.
No. This movie is slow, long as hell,
Tough.
not interesting.
Tough movie to watch when you're hungover. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
like,
I almost fell asleep like twice, dude.
I did too.
Like my eyes were closed and I like open up again. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta sit up, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, like we got the dogs laying on us. You're cuddled up with fiance in there, and like
it's raining outside.
Oh my god, I'm about to fall asleep now.
Yeah, dude. Horrible combination.
This is awful.
Yeah, the worst combination ever to be on it.
Yeah, but hey.
Shout out Pink Whitney.
Hey, dedicated to the craft.
Yes, dedicated.
Oh my god.
100%. Dang, there's something else I wanted to say about.
Please do, because I'm reaching anything I have to say now. Like I'm like running on fumes here.
Okay, here's what I was gonna say.
Yes. What you got?
It's like I was saying earlier. It's frustrating when the characters don't make the best decisions, because you don't have to do that. Because when me and Mercedes watch The Shining, the characters always make the best decision possible, and it's still scary, and you don't get frustrated. Like when the little boy's running away, like he notices, oh fuck, my tracks, so he backtracks and hides. It's like, okay, thank you for being fucking smart.
Yeah.
There's some other things where like, instead of like just waiting, like she kills him, thinks that she kills him in this movie in Halloween, and then she just like sits around like, oh fuck, I'm tired. I can finally take a nap. It's like, what? The motherfucker's right behind you. You just poked him in the eye. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, but we should have seen that coming. Literally the first scene. His parents walk up on him and he's got this bloody knife. And they're just like, Michael, what have you done? And then they just stand there as like the camera's zooming. I'm like, this is just bad writing.
Yeah, I thought they could have done that as it's a freeze and like the time is frozen.
Yes.
That moment in time is frozen.
No, like
and the
you
camera
see
movement.
them like kind of like moving a little bit. Like
they could have kept acting and like Michael and like grabbed him and like touched him and what, you know, like picked him up,
I think
took
the
the knife from his fucking hand.
Yeah, take the knife away.
Run
Mom or
run
dad,
inside.
Yeah, somebody needs to run inside because what have you done? Like, I don't know yet. Like,
yeah, like you said, and pray to God it was the dog.
You could, yeah, like at that, seriously, like that's what I would be thinking. Like if I was a parent, like my kid just walked out. I know he's got a sister. He's got blood on the knife. I'm just praying that he like, if he did kill something, it's just an animal. But like that's what they should have done. They should have sent mom. They should have sent mom in there, running, and you can like hear her maybe like turning the lights on in the house, and like you see that from the outside.
Yeah.
And then like
A scream.
Yeah, and yeah. So then she sees the body and just like, and then boom.
Yeah.
Current time.
Yeah, I think too though. That would have taken more, because I think a lot of the times when it's like a bad shot, because I noticed like when there was a point of view in the beginning as he walked through the house, it looked like he bumped, like the camera guy bumped into the sofa, and it kind of like moved a little bit. I think that's because they didn't have that much money to work with, so they were using film. They weren't using cameras like today where you just like, shit, retake. They're like, every time you record, you're wasting money.
Yeah.
And so they're like, fuck it, just keep it. That's a long ass take, bro.
Yeah. Okay. And I get what you're saying, but go back and watch that first scene.
No, I know it's weird.
They had plenty of time for somebody to like do something, run in the house, see the body, scream. Like they had plenty of time to do that. And it looks better. It makes sense. It's not like that is what anybody would do in that situation. They would run in the house and see what just happened.
Yeah, because with these kind of scary movies, you have to make them relatable to where you feel scared. Because when you see them and they're not making the right decisions that you would make, you're like, this person's dumb as fuck. I would get out of that shit easy.
Yeah.
But if they're making the best decisions, you're like, oh fuck, dude. I don't even know if I would choose to do that or no to do that, and they're still getting caught. Like fuck, this guy.
Agreed. Well, guess what? That makes the villain even scarier. Because
exactly.
Like, fuck, he's smart.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst kind of fear is whenever you realize that like the killer like actually is very intelligent, and like it's
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter. And so that's the thing with, with Michael Myers, like granted they made it very clear from the get-go that like the girls that he was going to be killing, they're just dumb high school girls. That's it. Like they small town Illinois, they're not thinking of stuff like that. They don't know they've never had to like turn the survival instinct on once in their life.
No.
And so I don't know. I'm just more pissed off by the fact that like I think 4, maybe 5 different times like a character struggled to just open a door. Because I see that and I'm just like, that is bad writing. That is so lazy. Also, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why is it so hard for these people to open doors?
Does Mike Myers walk around the house and like lock the doors before he creeps up on him?
If he does do that, they should explain it. There's no hint that he's just out here doing that.
Yeah.
So
it's just like coincidence, bad decision, coincidence, bad decision.
Yeah, and like I hate that. Like
taking his time. What was he doing the whole movie? Fucking following the girl around and then hiding?
Yeah. Hiding in the bushes. He disappears. He's also invincible, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much invincible.
Got stabbed, I think, a total of 3 times by Jamie Lee Curtis. And then the doctor, I think, put like 5 bullets in him. Then he falls out of the window. That's a 2-story drop. And immediately gets up.
And runs away.
Yeah, he finally runs. Because, like, the doc, thank God, like, he really didn't take he didn't take much time. Like, after he shot him, he, like, went to go confirm the kill, and Mike was already gone.
Yeah, and Mike's lucky, too, that we never see him scramble away. He's always just fast enough. Because imagine if you caught him early, and he's like scooting off.
I think I've seen a video of that, like, Michael Myers, like, running.
Like when you don't see. The camera turns just a couple seconds too late. He's, oh, fuck. He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, got me. Fuck. Because when you see him and he's not there, you're like, oh, fuck. Where'd he go? He teleported. Nope. He's fucking catching his breath after he just fucking sprinted as fast as possible. Fast as fuck, boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but when he gets, I think it's hilarious how whenever she stabs him, he just passes out for a little bit. He's got to recharge.
I think
he's on the ground.
It's probably because he's realizing he has superpower. He's like, holy shit, I can't die.
She fucking stabs him in the head. He lays down. He's like, wow, that didn't hurt. Am I alive? Oh my god. Is she still here? Sweet.
It's like, I'm alive? She's still here?
Hold on. She left the knife behind me? Let's go.
That's what's going on. He's not like, he's just in shock. He's like, holy shit. This is like the greatest thing that could happen to a psychopathic killer. Like, I can't die. Oh my God.
Can't die, can't get caught.
Well, because now I'm just curious, like how they.
He got to see 2 naked ladies.
Oh, just like. you talk about earlier, like, you know, he's been dreaming of this day for like 15 years. I mean, talk about a dream come true.
He's like, this is way better than I ever could have imagined.
I totally thought I was going to be dead at the end of this. Like,
I was actually coming in this is going to be a murder-suicide. I think life's looking up for me.
It's like, holy shit, I can just keep doing this.
You mean to tell me if I escape prison, the cops aren't going to chase me?
Yeah.
They're just going to let me do this?
Oh my God. You didn't tell the police that I was here. That's all, and that's all they had to do, dog. Because he's in like a government issued.
He fucking didn't change his car. He's driving around the same fucking car,
and it's a government issued vehicle. Like it has like the stickers on the side and everything. It's a very easy car to just see. And
he's wearing a fucking weird ass mask walking down the street most of the time.
And I get that it's Halloween, but it's also Halloween during the day, and you can tell this is a grown ass man. Like. Somebody would say, like, bro, he's in people's yards. He's hiding behind bushes. He's also driving around in a government-issued vehicle. Something is not right. Also, fuck the sheriff. Whenever, like, the building got broke into, he was like, yeah, all they took was a mask, some rope, and some knives. He was like, probably kids. I'm like, no, absolutely not. That screams... Somebody is up to no good tonight.
Now, this was
and you already on top of that, the doctor telling him after, like, yeah, we have a psychopathic killer and he's probably here. Like, I don't think you should tell anybody. That sheriff should have been like, well, I don't give a fuck what you think because I'm telling the whole damn state.
Yeah, the safety of of this town is my responsibility.
Yeah.
Your dumbass decision ain't going to affect that.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, though, too, it was 1963, right? That's when the movie was taking place?
In the first scene, yeah.
Oh, first scene. Okay. This was what's in the 70s?
Yeah, I think it's current time for them. Like, I think it's like
the year
like
it came
1978.
out.
Yeah. It's 1978,
So when was the first serial killer found? Because that wasn't a thing. People didn't... Like, the Zodiac Killer, I think, was one of the first...
I mean,
serial
like
killers.
Jack the Ripper. I think serial killers were like kind of...
Because maybe they weren't taking it so serious because they didn't know that people did this kind of absurd thing.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you could be right. But then again, I also think that maybe this movie was inspired by the fact that, like, I think serial killers were actually, like, becoming a thing at this point. We definitely need to look that up, though.
We need a fact checker, dude.
Yeah.
We be saying something. We be claiming.
We sound like some idiots sometimes on this thing.
We do. It's bad. I'm like, I'll listen back, and I'm like, God damn it. Why did we not just look that up? We just accepted that one and just kept going.
Yeah. And we were so wrong. I still can't believe the Cillian Murphy thing.
That's hilarious.
We did a whole podcast just calling him Cillian because we were like, nah, there's no way it's Cillian. Like, that just can't be right.
Yeah, we did a whole podcast judging Death Proof and
Oppenheimer.
Planet Terror, but not realizing the fact they did all the cheesiness on. We kind of knew it was on purpose, but we weren't really really well informed. All right, when was the first serial killer? Let's find out. 1888. Jack the Ripper. I guess you're right on that one. Killed at least 5 women and possibly more in London in 1888. Massive manhunt to find him. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I guess they hadn't known about him with Jack the Ripper.
Well, when was the Zodiac Killer?
Let's see. Zodiac. Did you hear they might have just found him?
I think I heard that.
The 1960s.
Yeah, it was okay. So yeah, you know, I think it was like a newfound fear across the nation at this point, which is probably why, like, you know what? That's probably why it was such a scary movie at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said in our intro 2 days ago, there were always monster movies prior to this. They weren't humans killing other humans for fun, like a slasher movie. Yeah. First time they were doing slasher movies was this.
Although you got to think about Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at that time, that was... I mean, that was literally just a mindless killer, like dressing up as his mom and killing people that came to stay at his hotel for no reason. But aside from that, yeah, it's either monster movies, or like if people are killing people, it's like for a reason.
Yeah.
They found out that like their wife's cheating on them or something like that, and then like they kill them, and it's cynical and just bad, and like, they're having to do even worse things like cover up or whatever, probably kill more people or like cover it up. But like, you can kind of like justify like why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Myers, the idea is terrifying because like he was just born evil. So I guess I could see like why people would be freaked out by that at that time.
Yeah.
And really the idea is scary.
It is scary.
Just bad execution for the movie.
Yeah, because you don't believe.
For me.
I agree, because you don't believe that what he's doing is possible. You're like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So it's not scary. You're like, this is so fucking ridiculous.
He's freakishly strong too. And I get it. Like, I'm sure when he's in there, like in the insane asylum, obviously he must have just been cranking out a shit ton of push-ups.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't throw that fact out there. He never said like, yeah, he didn't talk for 15 years, but he did like 5,000 push-ups a day. Like, if he had said that, I would have been like, oh, shit. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Yeah, let's make him scary.
No.
Make him seem not human.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous now, but no, nothing.
Just slow walk, staring at you before he kills you. Gives you a lot of time to run.
Yeah. Realistically, all you had, like, Jamie Lee Curtis just never should have gone back into a house. Just stay outside. That's what I would do.
No, I find dead people, my ass is out. I'm like, yeet.
I am outside. Shout out to that shitty neighbor, too.
Oh, yeah, what the hell?
Screaming, help me, help me, help me, God help me. Banging on the door. And, like, this is a small neighborhood. I know for a fact.
They know her.
Yeah, like, everybody in that town knows one another. So, the fact that they, like, open the blinds, look out, and then just close them, turn the lights off. I'm like, damn, like, Michael Myers should be killing you.
Yeah, I'm going out, guns blazing.
If I was in that situation and my neighbor did that, dude, fuck that. I'm breaking a window and getting in there. I'd be like, hey, asshole, you're going to help me.
Yeah, hey, congrats. This is your problem now, too.
Yeah, now you just don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I found that kind of funny. I was like, damn.
That's pretty brutal.
It's like, if she survives that, she's totally going to, like, remember that.
Yeah, she's like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Remember that guy that was killing people? Yeah, he was chasing me.
Yeah.
You guys gotta help me.
Yeah. But if I found myself, like, and I guess when I was a kid, I remember there was this woman walking down the road. She was an old woman in my neighborhood, and she had, like, Alzheimer's, dementia, something. And she walked into my house when I was home alone. I was, like, 10 years old at the time.
How old is she?
Probably like 80 something, old
lady.
Yeah. And I won't, like, go into details or anything, but, like, I was, like, on the staircase, and she's, in the front foyer, and she's talking about, like, my friends are here. I need to see my friends. It's actually quite traumatizing.
That's pretty fucking scary.
And dude, like, her like bottom teeth were, like, sticking out.
Oh my God.
She was talking, and I was like, there's nobody here, like, sobbing already. I'm like, there's no fucking way this is happening. I'm like, and she's like, I hear them in the kitchen, and, like, walks into my house. Dude, I book it. Run outside.
Yeah.
And my buddy's with me. It was his first time ever coming to my house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He literally never came back.
He's like, I can't go back in that house.
Yeah, he couldn't even look me in my eyes, like, at school for a while. Well, anyways, I go outside because I'm like, I'm not sticking around in my house. I'm not gonna hide in the closet.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna lock the bathroom door. I'm going out in the open. But get this, a car drove by. I'm a 10-year-old kid, sobbing my eyes out. Small town neighborhood. I damn near know everybody.
Yeah.
Cars driving by, and I'm just like, help me, please. Drive right by me.
What the fuck is wrong with people sometimes?
Drove right by me, got no help.
Oh my God! What if there's a murder? Like, what if somebody literally just murdered somebody?
What
in
if
your
I
house?
got Michael Myers in my house right now, and he just killed my sister? And so I remember that. I don't know who was driving that car, but I hate them forever.
You think they just didn't see you?
Oh, they saw I'm in the middle of the. They had to move past me. They had to drive past me. They made the conscious decision to swerve, like, you know, not hit the crying kid in the middle of the road.
Was it a man or a woman?
I honest to God, I just don't remember. It was such a blur at this point. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah, you're just frantic.
I have a scary old woman in my house right now, doing God knows what right now, hanging out with the ghosts that apparently she can hear in my kitchen. Well, yeah, dude, she was in there for like 10 minutes and, you know, finally left, and I like watched her like walk down the road, and then I finally like booked it back in my house. Should have called 911, but no, I call Madre.
Locked all the doors.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, so just
Grabbed your airsoft gun. You're ready to roll.
I grabbed a dustpan as my weapon of choice.
Nice. Perfect.
A plastic dustpan.
It's a very good decision.
And yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm as dumb as these characters.
Yeah,
and
sounds like something Jamie Lee Curtis would have done.
Also, I'm like 9, 10 years old, you know.
Not even the broom?
Dude, the worst part was like we have a fire set, like, you know, at that house. Like, I could have like grabbed like the poker, the metal poker.
Yeah.
If I had hit that lady in the dome, like, she would have gone down.
Oh, she's dead
immediately.
She's dead.
But dustpan, and I wasn't. There's no way I would have used it.
She'll go back and meet her friends for real.
Yeah, bro.
Like that metal pole.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, kind of, you know, 9 years old. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, yeah, I kind of pissed myself too.
I would bet, dude.
It was pretty scary. Pretty scary.
Damn, bro. These spooky season episodes have got you just bringing up all your past trauma as a kid. You're like, fuck, bro.
I just can't believe I got Michael Myers when I was 9 years old. Because this lady, yeah, I mean, anyway.
All right, what are you rating Halloween? What are you rating this motherfucker?
I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. I'm kidding. No. Okay, my official score. I mean, dude, I just think the writing was lazy. I don't like that we really don't get any kind of explanation except that he's got dark eyes, doesn't talk for 15 years, but he's pure evil. Like, I don't like that. I'm like, dude, explain.
That's interesting.
Yes, that hypes up the scariness. It helps make the movie scarier.
And they had to fill. There was a lot of time where they were just filling time to make it an hour and a half. And they could have just explained some shit.
Yeah. Realistically, this movie should have been like a 90-minute movie. But I will rate it honest to God, I'm thinking like 4 out of 10.
Yeah, actually, I was literally going to give it a 4.
Yeah. So, you know, I hate that I have to do it because I get that it's a classic. And I do understand that in 1978, this was probably a scary movie. But it ain't 1978 anymore.
No.
And
yeah, I'd give it a 4. There are some times you got to cut us some slack, I think, because some of the bad decisions they make, I think it's just budgeting issues. Like, one of them, for example, is the fact that the guy, when he didn't call the cops to chase Michael Myers, I would bet that was probably just a budgeting decision because they couldn't get a lot of cops. They couldn't afford to pay a lot of cop characters and actors to come out there and search the city. That's probably just a budgeting issue.
Yeah.
They could have done a better job of avoiding that. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just said the cops are searching and then just not shown them. Phone calls, bro. Phone calls.
Yeah, like just.
But
I don't know.
yeah,
just
4 out of 10.
Just seems like this movie could have been much, much better. And you know what? Maybe they got it right the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Obviously, maybe we're the idiots because it couldn't have been that bad if they just made 12 more after it. Like,
yeah.
This movie must have been damn good. Well, I don't know. I
did just watch a video that said it was a guy, Rob Zombie, I guess is a guy that I think he worked on this movie. He was talking about how, I forget who it was that produced it. I should probably know this information. But whoever was like running the story is like Harvey Weinstein and somebody else. The guy was pissed. Like Rob Zombie said he hated working with the guy that like produced this movie because he was always nagging. He hated the movie. Like he hated the movie. So this movie sucks. And then opening day comes out. He says every frame of this movie is trash. Like I hate every single frame of this movie. It makes me sick. This is an utter failure. He calls him, like the movie releases that day, he calls the guy at like 10 a.m. He's like, this movie's a flop. Like we only made this much money. He's like, dude, it's fucking 10 a.m. Are movie theaters even open yet? He's like, well, nobody's going to see this movie yet. Anyway, giant success first day. Like get a bunch of tickets. The guy calls him back. He's like, every single frame of this movie is a masterpiece. He's like, you guys did a great job. It's such an amazing movie. He's like, but he was pissed apparently that they'd only made 60 million instead of 80 or something like that.
Dude's crazier than Michael Myers.
Yeah, the guy was crazier than Michael Myers, but
sounds like Hollywood though.
Yeah, just money grabs. A lot of times it's just money grabs. That's what happens whenever you get just business guys that are looking at the bottom line.
Yeah.
Making art, because then they don't care about the art. They just want to make the money.
Yep.
That's what I think is changing though. Like I think Joe Rogan is changing that for comedy because he now is a real comedian that's now running a business.
Yeah.
So he's focused more on the experience of the art, not so much the money.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about making money anymore because he's already made his hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see the world tipping now away from that old school way of operating Hollywood and that kind of stuff and entertainment by just doing money grabs. Now I think they're trying to actually do it for the artist.
Who knows? I mean, I haven't seen the most recent Halloween movie. Maybe it's good.
I watched it and it was not good.
Oh, okay. You
It's
saw it?
I didn't. Yeah, like it came out when I was in high school, I think.
No. There was one that came out last year. But yes, there was one that came out in 2018. I was looking at it earlier.
Okay, yeah, I watched that one, and he comes back to that town and just fucking kills some people again, and it's like, all right, this is what y'all got. This is the best thing you got here. He's like, I don't remember the storyline too much, to be honest, but I just remember it not being good.
Yeah.
Just same shit. Probably a little better, a little bit more enjoyable.
I'm sure like the killing's more impressive, but I mean, thank God for that.
Yeah, for this being a horror movie about a killer, the deaths aren't that good.
Nope. And again, that's how killing looked in these types of movies anyways at that time. So it's just like I'm not going to hold that against them. Like that's just what everybody else that's what a death on screen looked like at that time. So.
You can't do much.
Yeah. So 4 out of 10. Shout out Jamie Lee Curtis though. I mean, she secured that bag because of this movie. And Michael Myers, the easiest acting job on the planet. Walk around with that mask on. Literally anybody could do it.
And he got a payday 13 times because they used the same guy every time.
Yeah. I mean, talk about just securing that thing. So I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy. I'm not happy that I just had to watch that movie, but it could always be worse. Yeah,
it's definitely not worth going back to watch it. You will waste your time because it is just nothing about it. Like you watch, like we were talking about Planet Terror and shit. Like that's a trash movie, but yeah, if you are interested in watching it, watch it because it's so fucking crazy. It's like funny to watch and it's kind of like enjoyable absurd to watch. Yeah,
like they make it a point to like just keep making it more and more absurd.
Yeah, same with like Sisu. We hated on Sisu pretty hard, but like that one also it's pretty fun to watch.
Because
but this movie, it's just not fun to watch.
No, this is this is one of those cheesy movies. I could totally see, you watch this with like your significant other and just laugh about how awful it is. One of those things. So
not even, to be honest. It's like not even not even at the point where it's so bad that it's enjoyable. Like it's just like it's in that one spot where it's just bad. Like it's just not good overall.
It's just like, like this is so bad I don't even feel like making a joke about how bad it is.
Like I'll never watch that movie again.
This isn't
like I really will never watch that movie again.
This isn't gonna be the thing where like when Halloween comes around and I got my wife and kids and it's time to start watching movies. Like if my wife is like yeah, hey, like, why don't we show the kids Halloween? Like, hey, there's like 50 million other movies that relate to this season. Like, let's show them a better one. And they're all going to be better than Halloween.
Yes.
So.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. All right. Thank you guys for listening on this episode of the Crown Cinema Podcast. If you guys want some merch, go to crowncinemashop.com. You can get yourself some cool stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Spotify. I think you can follow on Spotify. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, do whatever you got to do over there. I'm not really sure. YouTube's our main focus here.
Yep. We'll see y'all on YouTube.
All right. We're out.